You guys have fallen in love with the 2-bead herringbone rope and the 3-bead herringbone rope. I cannot believe what a response those videos have gotten and how many people I've seen use it to create a nice, simple, quick, nice draping rope for pendants that they've already got made. Love it. Another thing that I've seen that I absolutely adore, the woman used the 3-bead herringbone rope. She created either 3 or 4 bangles and then connected them together with a little peyote strip. Again, love the creativity you guys are doing. I see some of these things on Facebook. So, and of course I've got the Jill Wiseman Designs beautiful beaded rope. Oh wait, I changed the name of the group. Jill Wiseman Designs Beaders, that's what it's called now. The group, and people love to share pictures of what they've been working on, and I've been seeing so many of these ropes. But one of the other things that's been happening is I've been getting a lot of questions on how you attach a clasp to the rope. So here we are. I'm going to show you how to do it with the 2-bead herringbone rope. There'll be another video on how to do the 3-bead herringbone rope attaching a clasp. Come on down to the beads and let me show you what I'm going to do here. Here are 2 samples. They should look familiar to you. They were in the original video. If you have not seen the original video, I'm going to pop a link up to that video in that eye up in the upper corner there, so that you can see how to do this stitch. Now, to attach a clasp, this is using the size 11 seed beads. This is using size 8 seed beads. I'm going to show you on the size 8 seed beads because it's a little easier to see. But I wanted to show you that because when you use the size 11 seed beads, the type of clasp that you want to use should be fairly dainty because the rope itself is so dainty. So using like a big toggle clasp wouldn't make any sense because the size would just look odd. So I grabbed a couple of the more dainty clasps. This is one of the mag lock clasps that I have, and I've got them in several different colors. This would be a great option for you because you can see size-wise it doesn't overwhelm. I also have a couple of very small toggle clasps. So by small, I mean they're like that big. And that would work for this. So you just want to keep in mind the scale as you're doing this. Using a lobster claw clasp would be a really good option for the size 11s, okay? This is another clasp that I have that's fairly small in profile. This happens to be the 8mm version, and I'm going to use this on the size 8 seed beaded rope. This also comes in a 6mm version, and the 6mm would work nicely with the size 11 2-bead herringbone. Again, because the scale works, okay? We're going to say that this is the end of my rope here, and that's all I need to do. And I need to attach a clasp to it. So you've got 2 beads coming out the tip right here. I'm going to use a smaller size bead to attach from the rope to the clasp just because it's a little daintier. So I'm using size 11 seed beads here. And all I'm going to do is create a little loop. These beads are really wonky. They're all very different sizes. So I'm going to pick up 5 beads and let's see what it looks like. So coming out of 1 bead on the end, picking up 5. Okay, so this is something else to pay attention to is how big the hole is in the clasp that you've picked out. Whether these beads are going to free float through that hole. In this case, they're not. So what I really want to do is pick up half the beads on one side of the clasp and half the beads on the other. So instead I'm going to pick up 2. I'm going to pass through the clasp edge and I'm going to pick up 2 more beads for this second side here. And now I'm going to pass through the beads on the other side of your 2-bead herringbone rope. So we're literally just creating a loop here. That's all you have to do. Boom, look how good that looks. Now, this does put your clasp at a bit of, it's going to have to twist a little bit to sit flat. So an even better choice right here would be if your clasp hole is oriented the same way, attach this to a jump ring instead and just, you know, do the loop around a jump ring and then attach the jump ring to the clasp. It will make it sit a little bit nicer. It's a subtle thing. It's not a huge deal. Anytime you're creating this loop, though, this closure, you want to reinforce it. Your clasp is the point of most wear and tear on your bracelet, and so you want at least 3 passes of thread through there. So I am just going to now go back up the first column, back up through those 2 beads that I added, across the clasp closure, down the 2 beads that I added, and then down a couple of beads into your rope, okay? And you're just going to reinforce that one more time, and then you can come down and end off your thread into the rope. So look, that's how easy it is. And you're just going to do that on both sides, and boom, you'll have a ready-to-wear bracelet with a super fast and easy clasp closure. One little loop, that's all you have to do. Happy beading!